Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be making a macro poster, and that is basically a poster, except it's like, that's it. I think it's going to be A2 when I'm finished with it, and I'm basically going to kind of bring you through the entire process. Why are things changing everywhere around here? What on earth is going on? Yeah, it's a massive poster. I actually already have three. One of them is from chemistry AS, and then two of them are from biology A2. And I'm making my third and final one for biology A2 for my Christmas exams. That is the plan for today's video. We'll see how it goes. I've actually planned it out already because you need to plan these things out. You can't just start into blind. This is kind of the idea. Makes sense to me because I planned it, but we're going to see how it goes. We're going to see if it even stays the same. We're using a lot of Sharpies and a lot of music to get us through. So without further ado, let's get straight into making the first section. So the process for planning something like this is, and I've lost my planning page already, but by the way, I'm recording this after I've already made it. The process of planning is I have the idea of the topic, and for example, for my kidney one, I used a nephron to go through the entire system, and every point, along the nephron, something different happens, filtration, selective reabsorption, ultrafiltration, selective reabsorption, the loop of Henle with water reabsorption, water reabsorption in the collecting duct, etc., etc. We went through all of that in a massive poster. I also did the entire of immunity, kind of stemming from the tree of immune cells, tree of white blood cells, pretty much. And then this time, that kind of idea that I was doing was the eye and the muscles. It was in your nervous system, so it was eye and muscle, which are our examples of effector and sensory organ. And then I connected them with the information about the eye, the information of the muscle, then the information about the nervous system generally, and then we also had photoperiodism, which is like plants' nervous system kind of idea, and plant hormones and stuff like that. And so that was kind of the whole idea. I planned it out thinking, right, how am I going to do this? What way round do I want things to look? And so I came up with the idea with the eye being connected to the muscle, as the eye, you see something and you respond to it. That was the kind of idea that I was going for. But planning, I kind of love the planning stage. It's like, you don't know what it's going to look like, and obviously my planning isn't perfect. It's a mess of random black and red scribbles of Sharpie, as I'm being like, could I put this here, maybe not, whereabouts are things going to go, planning things like where do I want each thing to sit, do things connect, how do they connect, and so I put them closer together and can connect them through that. For example, I put the synapse pretty close to the neuromuscular junction because they're pretty similar, that kind of thing. I'm trying to look up and see what I've done. In immunity, I put the T helper cells close to the innate immune system because the T helper cells boost that, and I use like dots to stimulate or to simulate histamine and cytokines as they kind of start boosting things and start releasing other things. You know the drift if you do biology, and if you don't worry about it. And then that's the planning stage is so much fun. And then you get on to actually making it. So let's see me pretty much doing almost the entire thing. At this point I actually took a break because plants, I think I've already mentioned this, or I will already mention this again, I don't know, but I took a break for plants. Literally made myself a cup of tea and had a biscuit and thought, we're going to get through this. It was getting dark as well, so I had to turn on the lights, get the curtains down. It gets dark so early these days. I don't know when you're going to see this, but it gets dark pretty early in November, so yeah, exciting. But I then came back, did plants. Now, whenever I'm actually doing the microposter, that's what we're going to talk about in this clip, it is so much trial and error. It's terrifying because you don't want to run out of room. You don't want to have a massive just white space somewhere, but you want to fit in all the information. And I use a range of different pen sizes. So if you could see my Sharpies here, we have normal Sharpies and we also have fine liner Sharpies. So I only have like 6 of them, which came with these Sharpies this time. I don't know why, they just did. And so I absolutely love, you know, using the black fine one. Black fine one is a lifesaver for fine details in black, or outlining stuff, or underlining stuff, or writing stuff in black, labeling. You know, I'll do titles in my primary color, secondary color, information, you know, tertiary color. Then we also have smaller ones as well. It's a good system, but it's so much trial and error because literally you start and you've got your plan, but your plan may not work whenever you start realizing how much writing there is per topic, per section of the topic. For example, that was 4 topics I did today, which make up one collective topic of the nervous system and responses in plants and animals. So I started off in the eye, and the eye did take up, I imagined or pictured the eye taking up a full A4 page. It took ever so slightly over an A4 page, but that was okay because I had 4. The nervous system, I expected the nervous system to not even take up a full A4 page. It took up the whole of an A4 page into the next one, and also into like the one over here. Took a lot more than I realised, but you kind of just have to go with it. You kind of just have to go, right, where can I put this to make sure that I can still fit everything in where I want it? And I got to muscles, and I was thinking muscles are fine because there's not a lot about muscles. And then, as you see, there's only that tiny space left for photoperiodism, which actually it wasn't too bad because there wasn't a lot of photoperiodism, so it was kind of fine. I kind of enjoyed the fact that I didn't have to fill out the space because it's kind of boring. But there just wasn't that much to do. But yeah, it worked out. It's worked out every time so far. The immunity one was close. I'll tell you that the immunity one was so close. I was running out of room so fast because there's so much detail in it. So in my poster, there's not a lot of detail. It's kind of more of a summary. And I know the detail because I had to go over it again. But that is one of the main reasons why I love making them, because it forces you to actually go over it again and not relearn it, but kind of like take it up again. Maybe you're focusing on different things this time in your poster rather than all the details. Maybe focusing more on diagrams and diagrammatic explanations, graphs, etc., etc. Another reason why I love them. So after it's been approximately 2.5 hours since I started. Why is my chair so weird today? Hold on. There we go. Yeah, after approximately 2.5 hours of solid work, I also did take a break between the 3 kind of biological, or not biological, it's all biological, the 3 kind of human ones and the 1 plant one, because I don't like plants. But the finished product is here, which I am so happy with. Like, it took a long time, as you can see, but the results are pretty good, and I'm going to stick it up on my wall next. You can't see the other ones I've made, but you might be able to soon. Actually no, that's the bit there that you can see is not a wall, like put stuff up on. Well, but it's so exciting to just have another poster on my wall, I suppose. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. If you like this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, leave a comment down below, do all that good stuff. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all again next time. Bye.